Hello and welcome. My name is Zaffar Iqbal and you are watching The Mojo Story. Actor Paresh Rawal, a member of the BJP at a rally in Gujarat, has kicked a political storm. By saying that people of Gujarat would tolerate inflation but not Bangladeshis and Rohingya next door. And he's used a cooking fish stereotype. Now, the actor has since explained his comments with an apology, saying he meant illegal Bangladeshis and Rohingya when he used the word Bengalis. Meanwhile, CPIM leader Muhammad Salim has filed a police complaint asking for prosecution of Rawal for making adverse comments against Bengalis. Now, this has happened at a time when elections are underway in Gujarat. One phase of polling has got over, and the second phase is on December 5. The counting of votes will take place on December 8. The actor's comments have also evoked a sharp response from the ruling Trinamool Congress in Bengal. To discuss this, we are joined by an eminent panel. We joined by Riju Dutta, national spokesperson of the TMC. We are also joined by Gargi Nandi, political analyst, and we are also joined by Kaushik, who's also a political analyst. We are also joined by Satarup of the CPIM. But before we go to our panelists, let's play out that sound bite. What exactly he said in that rally.
એટલે તમારે જો ભાઈ ગેસનો બાટલો મોંઘો છે ને તો સસ્તો થઈ જશે. મોંઘવારી ઉપર ગઈ છે તો નીચે આવશે. રોજગાર પણ લોકોને મળશે. પણ આ બધું મળશે પણ તમારી આજુબાજુ જ્યારે બાંગ્લાદેશીઓને રોહિંગ્યા રહેતા હશે દિલ્હીની જેમ ત્યારે તમે શું કરશો? આ ગેસના બાટલામાં તમે શું પેલા બંગાળીઓની ફિશ પકાવશો? શું કરશો તમે? એટલે આ વસ્તુ બહુ સમજવાની જરૂર છે. ભાઈ શ્રી કેજરીવાલ, પેલા તો રામમાં શું છે? કોણ રામ? રામનું પેલા તમે પ્રમાણ લાવો, રામનું બર્થ સર્ટિફિકેટ લાવો, રામનું પેન કાર્ડ લાવો. આ બધું કરતા હતા ને પછી એમણે કહ્યું કે હું તો ભાઈ અયોધ્યા માટે સ્પેશિયલ ટ્રેનો કાઢવાનો છું. આ ઢોંગીને તમે ક્યાં પહોંચો? કેટલે પહોંચો તમે? તો આવા માણસોથી ચેતતા રહેજો, કારણ કે આ એવું મોટું દૂષણ આવી જશે તમને ખબર પણ નહીં પડે અને બાજુમાં ઘર થઈ જશે. એટલું યાદ રાખજો. આ બધી વસ્તુથી બચવાની જરૂર છે. મોંઘવારી તો એકવાર તમે સહન કરી લેશો અને ગુજરાત તો માણસ સહન કરી લે, પણ આ તમે સહન નહીં કરી શકો. તમને ખબર નહીં પડે આ ઉદ્ધય તમને ક્યાંથી કરડી જશે. એટલે હું તમને આ ચેતવવા જ આવ્યો છું. અને આ જે વસ્તુ મેં કહી છે દરેકે દરેક વસ્તુ સાચી છે. કેજરીવાલ જેવી ખોટી નથી. એટલે આ વસ્તુ બહુ સમજવાની જરૂર છે. અને જે ગાળો ભાંડે છે આ લોકો, એમાં જે એમના એક ભાઈ છે એને તો મોઢા ઉપર ડાયપર પહેરવાની જરૂર છે. બાળો ક્યાં પહેરવાની જરૂર છે? એ માણસ જે પ્રમાણે બેફામ બોલે છે.
Gargi Nandi Roy, if I can start with you, what sort of a divisive comment is this?
Zaffar ji, thank you for inviting. I think you have to understand the intention of the speech. Why was he doing it? It's an election in Gujarat where TMC or Bengal has nothing to do. So he was targeting basically Delhi model and Arvind Kejriwal. So he specifically said if the cylinder prices are going up, it will come down, employment will happen. But what will you do when Rohingyas and Bangladeshis stay next to you? That was his point. The objectionable line which he said that will you cook fish for the Bengalis, he later clarified and apologized. So it was very clear because he had no reason to insult the Bengalis. He later clarified that he wanted to say Bangladeshis, and Bangladeshis here means we know how the demography of West Bengal has changed. We know how TMC has given the voter ID and Aadhaar card to illegal immigrants to change the demography in West Bengal for vote bank politics. So that's what he wanted, and he was targeting Arvind Kejriwal. You see the next line when he talks about Ram, he was doubting Ram, now he's sending train. So it is very clear that there was nothing to do with Bengal, but he said, what about Rohingyas and Bangladeshis? So I think unnecessarily this is blown out of proportion. And Muhammad Salim, why he had to go, he has already apologized, clarified his point, and it's quite clear because the intention is clear. And Muhammad Salim, because the CPM, the problem with the left is they hardly have any existence, only in Kerala and between the Ganga Jamuna Dhaba in JNU. So I think it's their existential crisis because it became a news. He has filed an FIR. Let me tell you, Zaffar ji, there are hardly industries in Bengal, so many Bengalis are working outside. In Gujarat, all the jewelry industry and gold, who are the workers, who are the artisans? All Bengalis. We have no problem. And what about the politics of regional chauvinism and Bengali supremacism that was played by TMC last year during 2021 election? What were they saying? Outsiders, what they were calling. Outsiders are coming. They were dividing the Indians. And do you know the derogatory term I don't want to use for Marwadis and all? So we have heard, what did Nochiketa say? Bengal ekhano Gujarat hoye jayeni. Are bhai, Gujarat is so developed. The GDP is 4 in country. So that's how they played a politics. TMC played a politics of regional chauvinism, and now they are criticizing. And Muhammad Salim, the left has done a lot of politics. One more thing.
Okay.
Zaffar ji, if you remember, one more thing, the politics of left is 2002. What they did, they had lifted the face of Gujarat, what was his name, Kutubuddin, and took him to Bengal to do a very good politics.
Okay.
What happened after some days? Kutubuddin had come back to Gujarat. Okay, so it is left's existential crisis.
Let's hear from others also. Riju Dutta, she says that it's nothing to do with Bengal. Basically, he was targeting Arvind Kejriwal's model, Delhi model of governance.
Zaffarji, first of all, the comment made by actor turned politician Paresh Rawal is not only divisive, it is borderline hate speech, hate against Bengal and Bengalis. But it is time that we educate him. We educate him on the fact that Bengalis are proud citizens of this country, and we are proud of the fact that we love fish. We are proud about it. And also he needs to be educated on the fact that all Bangladeshis, all Bengalis are not Bangladeshis and Rohingyas. This is the same actor who on June 7th, 2017, in an article in Deccan Herald said, I would love to do movies and shows in Pakistan. And now just because he has become a turncoat, like other actor turned politicians of BJP, to save their own skin, has gone down to the level of, insulting Bengal, insulting Bengalis. When we said in 2021 elections that outsiders are coming to Bengal for political tourism, this is exactly what we meant. They do not know our culture. They do not know our habits. This is the authoritarian regime who dictates people on what to eat, what to do, where to go, who to love, who to marry, and what not. And this is Paresh Rawal is the epitome of that. They believe in dividing the society. They believe in divisive politics. They believe in authoritarian regime. They believe in a fascist form of government. And we will not stand by it. He has not apologized. There is no clarification for it. He said Bengalis and fish and cooking fish for Bengalis. What does he mean by that statement? He should not only apologize, his party should apologize. The party he belongs to should apologize for that remark.
Let Satarup come in. Satarup has put out an explanation and apology. Do you think it's enough? And now we need to end discussion on this, or you think that it's just not enough?
See, a couple of things. First of all, what Gargi said about the crisis of the left and all that we can discuss on some other day, because today, as far as we understand, as far as I understand, here what we are discussing, debating here is not about BJP versus the left. It's about BJP versus the idea of India, the BJP versus the ethos of India. We are talking about an apology that Paresh Rawal has later on, he has posted on through his Twitter handle. Now, the racial slur that he has made standing on the BJP dais was something. But the so-called apology that he has posted, I think that is even more horrible. That is even more. That sounds even more insolent coming from a BJP, from a member of parliament. Because I'll just request you to recollect what he has written. He has written that I did not mean to insult the people of West Bengal. By Bengalis, I mean Bangladeshis and Rohingyas. Is it what he really means? Is this what BJP really means? The definition of the term Bengali to them is Bangladeshis and Rohingyas. That is what the term Bengali stands for, as per the BJP, as per Paresh Rawal. And then you're saying that we need to keep it aside. Just let me, if I can please be allowed to complete. See, I mean, Paresh Rawal, or like some people in our country, we have this idea that when so-called artists, they come into politics, so-called creative people, they come into politics, they bring some kind of sensitivity, they bring in some kind of soul into our political discourse. But yet again, we are, pointed out that no matter whether you are a celebrity masquerading as an artist, but if you are BJP, then being a hate monger is prerequisite of being a BJP leader. Whether you are an artist, whether you are a celebrity or you are a non-celebrity, whoever you are. Here is an election rally that is happening. You have your agendas to bring before the people. You are saying that why would you need a gas cylinder to cook fish for the Bengalis? The way the cylinder prices, LPG prices are rising, tomorrow a Gujarati person cannot even use a gas cylinder to buy whatever he wants for his own family. So that is the essential political discourse that we need to discuss.
So, Kaushik, the apology or the explanation that has come out, do you think it's complicated things even more? That he's saying that by Bengalis he referred to Rohingyas and Bangladeshis?
जफर जी, मैं अगर हिंदी में बात करूं तो आई थिंक
हाँ बिल्कुल आप करिए हाँ जी
बिल्कुल। तो जफर जी, बड़ा ही आश्चर्य है, मेरे को लग रहा है, मैं लगभग 15 से 18 दिन से लगातार मैं गुजरात चुनाव को देख रहा हूँ, स्टडी कर रहा हूँ। मैं अभी अहमदाबाद के अंदर मैं मौजूद हूँ। ये जो बयान जो अभी इस वक्त परेश रावल जी का आया है और उस पर उन्होंने माफी मांगी, ये बयान देखने के बाद सीधे तौर पे मैं कह सकता हूँ कि गुजरात का जो चुनाव है वो मुद्दा विहीन चुनाव है। क्योंकि जब पार्टियों को कोई खास मुद्दा नहीं मिलता है, अब देखिए तमाम जो पार्टियां बीजेपी को हराने के लिए काम कर रही हैं या फिर जद्दोजहद कर रही हैं जमीन पे, उनके पास बड़े मुद्दे क्या हैं? कोई बड़ा मुद्दा नहीं है, सामान्य मुद्दे हैं, महंगाई है, बेरोजगारी है, और क्या नाम है, पेट्रोल के बढ़ते हुए दाम है, खेती बाड़ी का मुद्दा। ये मुद्दा हर चुनाव में होता है। और जब आप देखिए जब चुनाव फंसते हैं इस भारत देश के अंदर, पिछले 5-7 साल में कुछ ज्यादा हो गया है ये, जब चुनाव फंसते हैं तब यहाँ पर धार्मिक एंगल तुरंत अपने आप ऑटोमेटिक अप्लाई, मैं कहूँगा ऑटो अप्लाई होता हुआ कहीं ना कहीं। तो अगर आप देखोगे बंगाल के समय में अगर देखूं तो दीदी का भी एक बयान था जिसमें कहा गया था कि ये बंगाल जो है राम के मानने वालों का नहीं है, दुर्गा के मानने वालों का जो है बंगाल है ये। तो और अगर आप रोहिंग्या की पर्टिकुलर इस वर्ड की बात करोगे तो ये भी एक पॉलिटिकल वर्ड ऐसा बन गया है जो चुनावी पार्टियों के लिए बड़ा फेवरेट बनता जा रहा है। अगर आप बंगाल चुनाव देखो, बिहार चुनाव देखो, झारखंड चुनाव देखो, यूपी का चुनाव देखो, इवन दिल्ली में तो बहुत बड़ा ही मुद्दा बन गया था ये। तो ये कुछ एक ऐसे सूटेबल से इश्यूज होते हैं जिसको अगर आप जल्दी से बात करोगे तो आप कहीं ना कहीं ध्रुवीकरण की राजनीति को बड़ा पक्का कर देते हो ग्राउंड के ऊपर। अभी की स्थिति में क्या बात आप कहूँ कि अगर एक बात पे मैं और फोकस करना चाहूंगा कि गुजरात चुनाव में फाइनली इस रोहिंग्या वाले टॉपिक के बाद तो टीएमसी की भी एंट्री हो गई। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर कहीं ना कहीं ये बातें पहले से हो रही होती तो क्यों ना कहीं टीएमसी बदला लेने के लिए तो गुजरात में नहीं एंट्री कर लेती। तो ये भी एक खुशी की बात ये लगाई कि लोकतंत्र के इस महापर्व के अंदर टीएमसी जो है बंगाल से उठ के भी अपना जो एक छोटा मोटा योगदान तो दे ही रही है।
It's got a mention in Gujarat elections also. Gargi, why don't they talk about real issues? Yes, you want to come in, but I wanted to ask you issues like unemployment, rising price. Why make such a comment in the first place?
See, I think they are talking about everything. This was part of it. And yes, the Prime Minister and everybody has spoken. See, 80 crore people have been given cereals during the COVID. The people have got houses and under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Unfortunately, in Bengal, they showed it that it was given by Didi. So we have seen the lies being peddled in Bengal. Anyway, so from Ujala gas to the toilets, how many people, irrespective of caste, creed and religion, and Zaffar ji, today GDP is number 4 and BJP is still winning in Gujarat. So why do you think they have, maybe he has spoken about it and he has clarified that is not his understanding that Bengalis are Rohingyas and Bangladeshis, because he started with Rohingyas, Bangladeshis. He wanted to mean that he meant that you should not cook fish for those Rohingyas and Bangladeshis. Instead of that, maybe he had a slip of tongue. He said it, which is objectionable. The line, only if you just see the quote unquote, that particular line is objectionable. As a Bengali, I feel so. But when he clarifies and when we see the intention of the the speech because Didi, TMC left had nothing to do in the Gujarat election. It was against Arvind Kejriwal and AAP and the Delhi model. So when he started like that, why on earth? See what is the motive? Anything must have a motive. He had no political motive to insult the Bengalis or TMC or the Bengal. He had no political motive. What is his political motive? Who is the third party in Gujarat? It is the AAP. So it was targeted against AAP. Yes, it was his mistake. So by mistake, instead of Bengali, he said Bangladeshi and instead of Bangladeshi and Rohingyas, he said Bengalis. That was a mistake, and he clarified. He apologized. What more one person can do? So I think it should not be blown out of proportion, and a mountain should be made out of a molehill. Please. And Mohua Moitro, the great imported MP of TMC, the way she insulted Ma Kali, tried to divide the Hindus of India, ki Bengali Hindus are as if superior. Why aren't you asking Riju, what about their politics of chauvinism, regional chauvinism and Bengali supremacism? Why did they call everybody outsiders? Why are other people called Mero and all? Why such derogatory terms? Aren't they used? So why can't this kind of racist, regional, chauvinist, Bengali supremacist politics is played, where Bengalis are going out and work?
We'll ask him, but before that, Satarup, you want to come in. She said that could just be a slip of tongue. He has now apologized for that. Yes, Satarup.
See, here we are not talking about, like when I made my opening comments, I categorically mentioned I'm not talking about what came from his tongue. I categorically mentioned that I am more worried about what came from his keyboard. So please don't bring that excuse that it was a slip of tongue. What that might be a slip of tongue. That racial slur that he has made standing on the dais might be a slip of tongue. I am ready to give you the benefit of doubt. Though, whatever comes from your, whatever slips out of your tongue is also something that is in your mind. But anyway, let's keep that aside. Later on, when he was typing the so-called apology, he categorically wrote it that by Bengalis, I mean Bangladeshis and Rohingyas. Now, don't give me that lame excuse that it might have been a slip of tongue. Number one. Number two, I think she has asked a very pertinent question. First of all, see, I don't see any reason why she keep, constantly saying this. The TMC is not there in Gujarat. CPIM is not there in Gujarat. See, elections will come and go. But the country is more important than the election. The country will stay. The people of this country will stay. The idea of India has to stay. It has to be protected. So please don't, bring up this petty, statements that BJP will win in Gujarat. BJP might win in Gujarat for the next 1,000 years. That doesn't give any BJP MP the right to, stab the idea of India. You were asking a question, what might be the political interest? So this is what the entire politics of BJP is based upon. They are here by pitching one community of this country against the other. They are in power. They have come to power. They have stayed in power only by pitching one community against the other, one gender against the other, one caste against the other, one religion against the other. When you are campaigning in Gujarat, you have to show that the people from other parts of the country are your enemies and we are here to protect your interest. When you are campaigning in some other part, then you go and play the same kind of chauvinism, regional chauvinism over there. When you are in Maharashtra, then Biharis become your enemy. When you are in Gujarat, then Bengalis become your enemy. And Paresh Rawal might be an actor-turned politician, but let's assume someone like Kailash Vijayvargi. You might remember last year when this NRC debate was going on, in Delhi, he was addressing a rally where he said that कुछ लोग मेरे घर में काम कर रहे थे, मैंने देखा कि वो दोपहर में खाने के टाइम पे पोहा खा रहे थे. उस समय समझ गया कि वो लोग बांग्लादेशी है. Now I am from a state. They are talking about, they keep talking about Hinduism and Hindu culture, Hindu pujas. I am from a state where people worship Saraswati and the prasad of Saraswati is made by poha, made out of poha. Hindus in Bengal, they worship Saraswati and they make the prasad from poha. And when Kailash Vijayvargi addresses a rally in Delhi, he says that those who eat poha, they are Bangladeshis. This is what the politics of BJP is based upon. And please don't bring in elections. Please don't bring in election data to justify what Paresh Rawal has said. Please remember the country is bigger than elections.
Let others also speak. Before coming to you, Riju, let Gargi quickly, you can put in a response.
Also, I was born, brought up and everything in Bengal. He is talking about the idea of India, but his party owes the allegiance to China and I think gets fund also. So that's why, they will never call their party Indian Communist Party, Marxist of India. Why? Because they have this great idea that the state will wither away one day when communism will come, which is quite an utopian idea on that basis, and their allegiance is towards China. And what are they calling about? The way they have behaved, they don't divide. They are the same people who threw away Taslima Nasreen. They are great secular. They are the symbol of secularism. They threw away.
let Riju Dutta please respond. Hold on, Satarup. Let Riju put in a word. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Zaffar bhai. See, the topic of discussion, as far as I've understood, everybody has a problem with Bangladeshis and Rohingyas. Good. It's a problem of illegal immigration. Now, who protects the borders? The BSF. Who does the BSF report to? The Honorable Home Minister of the country. Then the first question should be, why this problem of Rohingyas and Bangladeshis in India? What is the incompetent Home Minister doing? That person should immediately step down if he has some sort of shame in him. He is incompetent. Mr. Amit Shah is incompetent. If there is a Rohingya or Bangladeshi illegal immigrant problem in this country, that needs to be addressed, number one. And number two, forget about Paresh Rawal. Paresh Rawal, like Mithun Chakravarti, might be there will be a reason to save his skin or save his family or save himself from ED CBI, has joined the ranks of BJP. And in order to please his masters by bootlicking them, the inherent trait that you need to have if you want to become a BJP neta or a karyakarta is you have to become a vile, xenophobic bigot. That is the basic terms and conditions. So he's just portraying what he is taught to do.
Okay, let Sambir Kaushik come in. Sambir, हम बात कर रहे थे अभी जिस तरह से चुनाव हो रहे हैं गुजरात में, हम लोगों से पूछ रहे थे, हमने भी कवरेज की कि क्या मुद्दे हैं. लोग बोल रहे थे बेरोजगारी मुद्दा है, राइजिंग प्राइसेस मुद्दा है, लेकिन साथ साथ में ये भी बोल रहे थे कि मोदी जी यहाँ से बिलोंग करते हैं, होम मिनिस्टर यहाँ से आते हैं, तो जाहिर सी बात है बीजेपी को काफी बड़ा एडवांटेज है, एक एज है. तो लगता है आपको, जैसे आप बोल रहे थे कि मुद्दे तो है नहीं ग्राउंड में, तो इस तरह के इश्यूज को उछाला जा रहा है.
देखिए जफर जी, बात सिंपल सी ये है, गुजरात चुनाव को लेकर एक सिंपल धारणा मैं आपको बताता हूँ एक लाइन के अंदर. गुजरात मुद्दा विहीन चुनाव है. गुजरात एक प्रेस्टीज का चुनाव जरूर बन चुका है. गुजरात किसी पार्टी के लिए अपॉर्चुनिटी हो सकता है, किसी पार्टी के लिए गुजरात जो है एक वजूद की लड़ाई भी बन गई है. वजूद की लड़ाई किसके लिए बन गई है? उसके लिए जो अभी तक सरकार में 27 साल से आने के लिए वेट कर रही है. अपॉर्चुनिटीज किसके लिए है? जो केजरीवाल जो दिल्ली से आ रहे हैं, पूरा कैंपेन उठाकर अपनी जमीन तलाश रहे हैं. और किसी के लिए प्राइड की बात इसलिए क्योंकि वो अपने आप को गुजरातियों से कनेक्ट करके बैठा है और पूरे देश में एक ये मैसेज देने की कोशिश होगी कि अगर गुजरात बीजेपी के हाथ से खिसकता है तो कहीं ना कहीं 2024 और 2023 में आने वाले चुनाव जो है वो बीजेपी के लिए चैलेंज हो जाएंगे. लेकिन अभी मैं इस कड़ी में एक बात और जोड़ देता हूं. आपने कहा कि मुद्दा, देखिए मुद्दे सामान्य ही मुद्दे हैं ग्राउंड पे, कोई बड़े मुद्दे नहीं है. आपको गुजरात की राजनीति समझनी होगी तो आपको जिलों पे उतरना होगा, जिलों से आपको उनकी डिस्ट्रिक्ट की तो सीटों पे उतरना होगा. हर सीट अपने आप में इंडिविजुअल रोल प्ले कर रही है. आप ये नहीं कह सकते सीधे तौर पे कि एक पॉकेट गुजरात की सौराष्ट्र से बहुत बड़े मार्जिन से किसी एक पार्टी को धकेल देगी तो साउथ गुजरात किसी एक पार्टी को धकेल देगा. और रही बात इस बार जो एक ये वोटिंग जो टर्नआउट एक सामान्य स्तर से भी नीचे रहा है, इसका भी अगर आप देखोगे तो कहीं ना कहीं नुकसान तीनों ही पार्टियों को हुआ है. और इसमें अगर दो पार्टियां बड़ी सेफ रहेंगी इस पूरे सिनेरियो के अंदर, एक बीजेपी, एक आम आदमी पार्टी. आम आदमी पार्टी से खोने का तो कोई डर है ही नहीं और ना ही पाने.
हम इस पे और बात करेंगे, लेकिन Satarup wants to come in quickly. Yes, sir.
See, I am appalled to see that this cheerleader of the BJP or masquerading as a political analyst just now made a comment that our party gets funding from China. My question to her is, can you prove this? And if you cannot prove this, can you please hold your ears and apologize for what you have said? Do you have any information to substantiate what you have said? Where did you get this information that our party gets funding from China?
Where does your allegiance lie? Have you, when you talk about Muslims in India, have you ever criticized the treatment of Uyghur Muslims in China? I have heard from your Vivek Srivastava, nobody condemns. Any CPM or left person condemns China for the treatment of Uyghur Muslims, where they are treated badly, where they say, no. Why? So I said, might be getting, but your allegiance lies. Why don't you call yourself Indian Communist Party? Because you don't even believe in the idea of a nation. Do you believe that India is a civilizational state or a nation state? You do not, because you think one day the state will be done away. It will never be done.
I completely believe that India is a glorious civilization, given the fact that it has got some uncivilized elements like you living in this country.
Okay, let Sambir, we are digressing from the main point. Well, I want to come back to Gujarat elections. संबीर, आपको जिस तरह से हम गुजरात में कवरेज करें, आपको लगता है तीनों पार्टीज के लिए काफी अहम है? पहले तो ये एक 2-साइडेड कॉन्टेस्ट था, अब ये 3-साइडेड तीन तरह का कॉन्टेस्ट है। बीजेपी है, कांग्रेस है, आम आदमी पार्टी है। बीजेपी के लिए काफी जरूरी है परफॉर्म बेटर करना, जो उनकी पिछले बार 99 सीट्स थे उससे ज्यादा सीट्स हासिल करना, क्योंकि इसमें बड़ा एक मैसेजिंग है, एक सिंबॉलिक है कांग्रेस के लिए कि वो एक ड्विंडलिंग फोर्स नहीं है, वो एक पार्टी कमजोर नहीं हो रही है। उनके लिए भी बड़ा अहम है कि अच्छा परफॉर्म करना। और आम आदमी पार्टी के लिए कि वो सिर्फ दिल्ली पंजाब की पार्टी नहीं है, वो गुजरात में बाकी जगहों पे एक नेशनल पार्टी है। तो तमाम पार्टीज के लिए काफी एक अहम प्रेस्टीज का, जो आप बात कर रहे थे, एक प्रेस्टीज पॉइंट बन गया है। इसलिए मुद्दों से हटकर किसी और चीज पे ध्यान है यहाँ पर।
बिल्कुल, आपने बिल्कुल एकदम सही तरीके से इसको डिस्क्राइब किया है। और एक बात और मैं आपको इंटरेस्टिंग बताऊं कि गुजरात चुनाव सिर्फ पार्टियों के लिए नहीं, कार्यकर्ताओं के लिए भी एक जो है ना नाक जैसा बन गया कि नाक ना कट जाए। अब यहाँ पे हो क्या रहा है गुजरात में, कार्यकर्ता ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट ले रहे हैं कि हम कितना ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग अपने आप को दिखाएं ग्राउंड के ऊपर। आम आदमी पार्टी भी इसी तरीके से वर्क कर रही है, तो कांग्रेस भी इसी तरीके से काम कर रही है। अब अगर मैं यहाँ पर पूरे गुजरात को देखूं, तो गुजरात में आम आदमी पार्टी, जैसे कि तमाम तरह के पॉलिटिकल एनालिस्ट का भी कहना आता है कि भाई नई पार्टी आ रही है, होप क्रिएट हो रही है लोगों के अंदर, क्योंकि लोकतंत्र में चुनाव एक आशा की किरण होता है। हर लोग सोचते हैं कुछ अच्छा हो। और भाजपा के लिए सबसे आसान बात यह है कि तीसरी पार्टी की एंट्री हो गई, ये उसपे सोने पे सुहागा हो गया। तो ये भाजपा के लिए बड़ा आसान होगा, वरना भाजपा के लिए गुजरात चुनाव 2017 से भी मुश्किल होने वाला था अगर तो आम आदमी पार्टी इसके अंदर एंट्री ना करती। अब इसके अंदर स्थिति ये बनी है कि अब जब मैं दिल्ली से जब गुजरात नहीं पहुंचा था तो मुझे भी लगता था कि आम आदमी पार्टी जो है बहुत ज्यादा कांग्रेस को नुकसान पहुंचाएगी, लेकिन स्थिति यहाँ पे ऐसी है नहीं। आम आदमी पार्टी ने उतना ही नुकसान कांग्रेस को दिया, तो उतना ही कांग्रेस बीजेपी को नुकसान दिया है। गुजरात के अंदर ओबीसी, जो जनरल कैटेगरी के बाद ओबीसी एक बहुत बड़ा वोट बैंक है बीजेपी के लिए। अब आम आदमी पार्टी, अगर आप अकेले सौराष्ट्र में ही देखोगे ना, तो उसके अंदर बहुत ज्यादा तो नहीं कहूंगा, लेकिन एक छोटे स्तर पर ही अगर चोट पहुंचाई है तो वो नुकसान बीजेपी को किया है। और यहाँ पर इस बार के चुनाव के अंदर बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग ये होने वाला है कि बहुत सारी सीटें हर एक एरिया से ऐसे निकलेंगी जिनका मार्जिन जो है वो 500 से 1000 या 1200 के बीच में रहने वाला है। स्थिति बहुत ज्यादा खराब बीजेपी के लिए इसलिए नहीं क्योंकि एक तीसरी पार्टी की एंट्री यहाँ पर हो गई।
Right, that's an interesting analysis. But Gargi, Nandi, Roy, coming back to what we started with, why doesn't BJP take a strong notice of such comments and ensure that such comments are not repeated in the future? He was, after all, addressing an election rally in a state which is already which is going to polls. One phase has been completed. Now the second phase is just about to begin.
Right. I think I'm quite sure that BJP must have told him that it was unnecessary. I'm again saying that a particular line, if you pick it up separately, it is objectionable as a Bengali. But since he clarified, maybe he had a slip of tongue. I honestly feel, Zaffarji, that today we are discussing and so many other things are coming. It is not necessary because it is being blown out of proportion. A mountain has been made of molehill. He has clarified. He didn't mean it. So why a FIR? Because he has apologized. I think BJP party leaders must have told him. They may not have told him openly. They may not have made a statement in the public. I'm quite sure. I believe that they must have. If I would have been in a leadership position, I would have surely told, you made a mistake. Why did you make such a comment? I would have told, but I'm not in that position. But I believe that they must have told him. And then he clarified and he apologized. I think it should close. It should be closed here, and it should not be made blown out of proportion, which it is getting done. And people who are showing holier than thou attitude, they have no locus standi. Right. Their position is not such that they can show this holier than thou attitude. Neither the TMC nor the left.
Last word to you, Riju, and then to Satarup.
Yes, TMC प्रवक्ता से एक सवाल ये कहना है कि निश्चित तौर पे ये बयान जो है शर्मनाक बयान है, लेकिन क्यों टीएमसी बंगालीज के साथ रोहिंग्या को अपने आप को इतना प्रेम से जोड़ के बैठी हुई? आखिर क्यों रोहिंग्या वर्ड को टीएमसी के नेता अपने दिल पे ले लेते हैं? क्या टीएमसी के लोग और नेता ये मानते हैं कि रोहिंग्या जो इलीगल माइग्रेशन देश में हो रही है वो जायज है? क्या वो प्रॉपर ऐसा कहना चाहते हैं कि अगली बार चुनाव के अंदर और ज्यादा रोहिंग्या को शरण देने की कोशिश ये करेंगे? क्या इस प्रकार से, क्या ये ध्रुवीकरण की राजनीति नहीं है? क्यों उन्होंने बंगाल
let him respond. Riju Dutta, please respond, and then last word to Satarup.
Yes, I'll just respond. देखिए, हम लोगों को रोहिंग्या या बांग्लादेशी से कोई मतलब नहीं है। दिक्कत तब होती है जब बीजेपी के ये जो जाहिल है, ये लोग बंगाल के बंगाली जो इस देश के नागरिक है उनको बांग्लादेशी और रोहिंग्या कहते हैं। तो ये बीजेपी की जाहिलियत है, हमारी गलती नहीं है, पहली बात। एंड सेकेंडली, इन द लास्ट कमेंट्स आई विल जस्ट से दिस, दैट बीजेपी हैज बीन inadequate and incompetent in controlling the unemployment, inflation and the essential problems of the people of this country, and their vile, bigot, xenophobic spokespersons and leaders have continuously maligned the ethos of this country.
Satarup, last word to you. Yes, Satarup.
Rohingya or any other foreign national who has illegally crossed the border and immigrated inside India, then the onus lies on the Home Ministry, not on any political party, not on the CPI, not on the TMC, not even on the BJP. The onus lies on Amit Shah. Amit Shah has failed. Number one. Number two, Vijay Rupani, who was BJP chief minister in Gujarat till a few months back. Vijay Rupani was born in Myanmar post-independence. Even his family migrated to India, but we don't question him for his birth. We question him for his politics. That's how political discourse should be carried out in a healthy democracy.
Okay, Gargi, Nandi Roy, quickly, you want to come in before we wrap up?
Yes. Yeah, Zaffar ji, you can ask the TMC spokesperson that why their leader only few days back said for vote that they will give voter ID and Aadhaar card to all the Muslim immigrants from Bangladesh. Didn't this, what was his name? There was this TMC leader who said, and it is being given. Why do they do that? It's been done. That is why this anti-feeling against the Rohingyas and Bangladeshis, because they have, for vote bank, they have given a voter ID and Aadhaar card to these people. Okay?
Let सोमबीर आप आखिर में क्या बोलना चाहते हैं?
लास्ट में टीएमसी के प्रवक्ता को लास्ट में बहुत प्यार से एक बात कहना चाहूंगा कि सर ये बात उतनी आप पे भी अप्लाई हो रही है। जब मैंने बंगाल चुनाव भी कवर किया है, बहुत माइन्यूटली देखा। दीदी ने भी कहा था कि गुजराती कहां से उठ के आ गया हमारे बंगाल में प्रचार करने के लिए, तो हम जवाब देंगे। उस वक्त आपको लगा नहीं गुजरातियों पे अटैक हो रहा है? नहीं लगा आपको उस वक्त?
मेरा जवाब
ये है कि जो उस टाइम हमने बोला था, जिस पे आज आप प्रश्न करें, उसका उत्तर परेश रावल ही दे दिया है कि जो लोग पॉलिटिकल टूरिज्म करने बंगाल आते, उनको बंगाल नहीं पता, उनको बंगाल की संस्कृति नहीं पता, इसलिए वो लोग जाहिलों की तरफ
on that note, we come to the end of our discussion. Thanks to all our panelists for joining us today. That's all the time that we have. Thanks for joining us. That's all we have on our show. Thanks for joining.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.